Too Hard Track, and today Marnie and I are filming a video about our trip that we went on what was it, a couple of months ago now, down south. We pondered on it. We couldn't quite figure out how to film this video because it was sort of very patchy with our footage and stuff, but I just figured we'd probably sit down and talk through it and figure it out.
So when did we start? When did we go?
When we first started our trip, we were driving from Tamworth to Dubbo. It's a 4-ish hour drive, and we went down to go look at the zoo mainly. But before we went to the zoo the day before, we went and visited the Royal Flying Doctors Services visitor experience out at the airport. In the Royal Flying Doctors visitor experience, they had a decommissioned aircraft that they used to fly around the country for us to look around, and they had all these super cool displays inside the building, and yeah, it's definitely worth a look if you're in Dubbo. It's quite interesting, and there's a lot of history behind it which you probably wouldn't have realised. And then we went to Dubbo Zoo. We thoroughly enjoyed that because we got to drive the old girl around the zoo, and
we thought about staying there, but I don't know why we decided not to.
It was too expensive.
Oh, yeah,
It was like $800 for 2 nights, and we were like, hell no. But yeah, the zoo was good. Heaps of animals, and I think we might have a couple of photos here that I'll probably scatter around the video and like that. And yeah, so the next morning we got up bright and early to hit the road to Broken Hill, which is a 800k trip and takes about 8 to 9 hours. It took us about 9 hours to do. We stopped at all the major towns along the way through Nyngan, Cobar, Wilcannia. We stopped in all of them for fuel because it's not real great for fuel. And on our way out of Wilcannia, which is the last leg into Broken Hill, the aircon stopped working. I'll let me talk about it in a moment. Well, we're probably about 100 k's from Wilcannia. So on our way to Broken Hill, and momentarily our aircon stopped working, and we got really warm in here, and we just opened up the glove box, and now it's all fine again. So that's a bit concerning though, the bit of a high temperature, but anyway, only 90 k's to go to Wilcannia, then we're stopping for some lunch. We've been up since 7 o'clock this morning. Well, actually 6 o'clock, and we didn't leave Dubbo till 7 o'clock, and yeah, we're almost at Wilcannia, then we'll be on to Broken Hill, and then yeah, we'll be on our way to Adelaide tomorrow. Yeah, it's a straight road, I'll tell you what, drives me a little bit insane. I'm not loving sitting on a straight bit of road, but that's what it is at the moment. So we'll keep on going. The aircon's working, so I'm happy. Well, we have a very unlucky problem. The aircon's gas has run out, and it's really warm in here, so we've been driving the windows down, and it doesn't really help that outside is like 36 degrees. So yeah, it's a bit warm.
Nothing to add.
Hopefully we can get a regas in Broken Hill that's only 50 k's away or something. So I think we'll be right. Anyway, keep you updated. I can't see the end of the street. Road? Street? Road. I can't see the end of the road. It's very flat. We're just past Wilcannia now, and we're on our way to Broken Hill, and this is by far the straightest bit of road. Pumped to get there now. And then we'll see what Marnie has to say about that.
That was misery. It was hot outside, we had the windows down, and the only ventilation we had was when the windows were down and we were driving.
Yeah.
but even that was bad.
Yeah. It was weird because it'd adjust and it'd be fine for a bit, and then all of a sudden it'd just stop working, and it's just like this bloody hot grenades going off inside or something silly, and yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Like time stopped because the heat just came in.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half drive from Wilcannia to Broken Hill, if that, and it felt like about 4.
It felt like the longest part of it.
Once we made it to Broken Hill, we headed down to the Royal Hotel, which was the pub that they filmed Priscilla, the Queen of the Desert, which neither of us have watched and still haven't watched, but
we'll get there one day.
We'll get there one day. We might actually even watch it later on today.
We had dinner, we had drinks there.
And it was one of the only attractions in Broken Hill, so we were like, oh, we sort of got to go to that. Like, there's not much else there, and we got there late afternoon, and we were leaving early morning the next morning. So we, yeah.
If you love art and old buildings, like the inside, like, recommend going there and just like walk into the foyer bit and then look up. You'll be right.
As seen in these photos here.
Yeah.
And on our way into Broken Hill, we noticed this really nice looking caravan park, probably about 15 k's out of town. We thought that it'd probably be a nice little caravan park to go into, and we were already booked into a caravan park in Broken Hill, but on the way into Broken Hill, we got a text message about a lot of break-ins in the caravan park that we were checked into, and we were like, hell no, I can't lock my side window at the point. I've fixed that now, and yeah, so we decided to call up this caravan park on the way out of town. I don't remember what it was called. Do you remember what it was called?
Nope.
No. And we decided to book a cabin because it was a hot day all day and we didn't have working aircon, and we just wanted some working aircon. So yeah, we booked a cabin, we stayed there for the night and got up the next morning to keep driving. Which is when we started heading down towards Adelaide. What's funny about Adelaide is heading into Adelaide, it's just sort of like nothing, just rolling hills. And then all of a sudden, you make it into Adelaide and it's a city. It's just in the middle of nowhere. And it's sort of like what I'd imagine Las Vegas to be like in the States. But it's quite a nice little city, and I enjoyed being there. What about you?
Yeah, it was alright.
Oh, it was only alright.
It was alright. We didn't do much there. I feel like we didn't do much there.
Yeah, well, we had just driven like heaps.
Yeah, I know. How long did we stay there?
We stayed there for, I think it was 3 nights.
Yeah, okay. We did go to the beach because the, what's the caravan park we were staying at, it was like right on the beach. We were like really close, so we had for little walks.
Yeah, the caravan park we stayed at was Beachfront Holiday Park in, what's it called?
I know what it's called, but it's not coming out of my brain.
It's near Glenelg, I know that much, because we visited Glenelg the last day we were in Adelaide, because they had a nice jetty on it and we had a bit of ice cream on the jetty. And,
Bright.
yeah. Brighton. That's
Brighton.
right. The next day was travel day again. Another, I think it was 600 k's from Adelaide to Warrnambool. It's this town that you would be seeing anyway. I can't pronounce it because I've got this weird thing where I can't pronounce words. Right here. We got there after we stopped at Talon Bend to check out the Bend racetrack, and then the following day we finally made it to what we were going down for, the Great Ocean Road. G'day guys. I know it's been a little while since I filmed something, so I thought I better catch you up. We're currently in Victoria and we're about to turn onto the Great Ocean Road. We have stayed in Adelaide we stayed there for 4 days. 4 days, 3 days, something like that. Anyway, it wasn't that long. We explored Adelaide, we just enjoyed Adelaide, and yeah, we've had had probably 2 issues with the car. One being the battery was being a bit funny and didn't want to start the car. And the other being there was diff oil coming out one of the hubs, which is a bit weird. So I've been monitoring that. There's nothing coming out of there at the moment. But anyway, it's good. Yeah, so we're about to turn onto the Great Ocean Road. So yeah, we travelled the Great Ocean Road backwards. However, we just drove the first 120 k's or something. 100 and, I don't know, it was over 100 k's. We drove that all in the first day. So we're on the Great Ocean Road now, and we've come into the Bay of Islands, which is quite on the pretty side. All sorts of random islands in there. I'm sure this will have a lot of information on it that I'm going to read. Yes. Pretty cool already. Well, this is the first ocean we've actually seen on the whole Great Ocean Road. We've been on it for like 20 minutes or so. So we came on the end point, and it's just country driving for a bit through there. But anyway, we're on it now. And then we stayed at Apollo Bay at the Big Four for the whole time we were on the Great Ocean Road, and we just sort of hung out there the most of the time. And
it was really. We did gin tasting and vodka tasting. Wait, no, gin tasting.
Vodka and beer.
When did we do vodka? Because we only
did we? Oh, beer. We didn't do ginger.
We wanted to do the vodka because their bottles
were pretty cool.
Yeah, I really liked doing that because that was very interesting.
So we arrived on the Great Ocean Road on Friday. We left on Monday the following week, so we were there for a couple of days. And on Monday we headed to Melbourne. And because we hadn't been to Melbourne before, we were very excited about that. And we're actually going back again this year because we loved it so much.
Yeah, everyone hyped it up, and then we experienced it, and we want to go back.
Yeah.
So we'll be going back.
Yeah, we're going to go watch Coldplay. I'm very, very excited about that.
Yes. But we will not be bringing that thing.
No, we're flying down.
Maybe.
I hope so. I prefer flying. Yeah, so we got down to Melbourne. We hung out a bit. Well, Marnie had a couple of assessments to do with uni, and I just went go-karting like about 4 times that week. It was expensive, but it was fun and it was worth it.
It was worth it. To get him out of my hair.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly why I did it. Yeah, we went and explored Melbourne a little bit. We'll probably do a lot more this year.
Because we're going for a week.
Yeah, we're going for a whole week. We're only in Melbourne for, I think it looks like 3 days. And then yeah, so we just hung out there, didn't film. I don't think we filmed anything in Melbourne.
No, we were just trying to soak it in.
Yeah.
There was so much like going on, so much to witness. We went, I'm pretty sure there we did the botanical gardens.
We did it in both. I was looking at our photos, we did it in both.
Well, I can't remember the Adelaide one, but
they were very similar.
The Melbourne one was really cool. I'm pretty sure the Melbourne one was with like all of those cool buildings and architectural stuff.
If you've noticed a slight difference in angle, the battery just, the camera just got too hot for some reason. So yeah, it was very random. Anyway, we headed over to Lakes Entrance, which is a little town sort of on the south coast of Victoria, and pretty nice little town. I quite enjoyed that little town. Mine was doing another assessment that day too, so she was pretty stressed, and we got there pretty late, and we just got fish and chips from the fish and chip shop from down the road,
and we got an upgrade.
We got an upgrade from a normal campsite to an ensuite campsite, which was great. We had our own bathroom.
We needed that.
And then yeah, the next morning we got up and we did probably my favourite leg of the trip. We drove up to Jindabyne, up through Mount Kosciuszko National Park as well as the Snowy River National Park. And some of the drives through there were just so specky. You just cliff one side and cliff going straight up the other side. It's, oh wow, this is awesome. I'm pretty sure Marnie might have got some footage from that, but if not, I'll hop on Google Maps and show you a quick photo or something. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It was pretty scary. It was only like a car width wide and two-way road, and yeah, it was scary, but it was just so awesome at the same time.
We're lucky we had the UHF on, because there was a few people coming with caravans, either behind. I think they were behind us. Anyway, we didn't run into them, so I'm pretty sure. Was that where we down the bottom we stopped and had lunch? Yeah. And then we travelled a bit further into our holiday park, and that's
Jindabyne, which is
when
pretty
we
nice.
saw, like, it was all green, and then we saw a little snow on top of the mountains in the park.
Mind you, this was September, so ice on the top of the hills is still pretty crazy in September. But yeah, so we got Jindabyne, we camped there the night, and then we drove up to Canberra. Explored a couple of things around Canberra, and then we
did the, I'd say, basic stuff.
Yeah, we went and did Questacon.
War Memorial. What was that one?
We did something else.
With the firemen, like they were doing training. I was like,
oh, that was the Botanic Gardens, I think.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, there was. Oh, I don't remember what it was, but it was this like museum thing, and it was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
And then we drove down to Wollongong. Well, we're on our like back home now. And we stayed there for a couple of nights. And now last night we just got absolutely hammered with terrible weather. Absolute terrible weather. It was horrible. It was so windy. It was raining like hell. It was a great way to end the trip, I guess. Well, it wasn't really ending the trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went and watched the Bathurst 1000 because, you know, that's super important, isn't it?
Back to Wollongong, no. I just don't really like that a holiday park, because where we were and where all the campers people were was way far away from the utilities.
Yeah, it was like a caravan park, but there was more temporary housing in there than it was a caravan park. It was sort of weird, but anyway.
Like, it's understandable, but I'd build a utilities thing out near the campers, because like it was shit to walk.
Yep.
Especially in the rain.
And then yeah, we went to the 1000 and we watched the races, and then we came home.
I witnessed my first heartbreak.
Yeah, she witnesses her first Bathurst heartbreak, which is sad for her, but she'll be right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, then we came home and unpacked and
got back to work.
went back to work and kept doing normal life. Anyway, it's the end of the video, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe and tune in for more stuff. I've got a couple of things coming in, and it'll be super exciting.
See you next time
On Two Hard Tracks.